All right. How's everybody doing? It's our midday live. I am on my lunch right now. Speaking of, let me clock out really quick. All right. Cool. We're on lunch. We're good. How's everybody doing? Don't be shy in the comments. Hit that like button. Be sure to hit the share button. TikTok does what they do. We're back down to 29,975. So we still need 25 followers to reach our 30,000 goal. That just means 25 followers in 2 days. Honestly, that's easy work. That's easy work. 3 days. 3 days technically, because we have the 31st as well. But we will be going live later today at 5 as well. So if you can't stay for this one, check it out on YouTube later and join us at 5. But what's up, Bessie? Hello, welcome in. Guys, if I missed your name, just put a comment. We'll start to talk about it. But the main point of this live, we may not be on a full hour just because of work. Um, but I'm not okay, now I'm seeing myself. But we need to talk about what Iran's president has said because a lot of people are taking it a lot of different ways. Some people's view is that people are taking this out of context, and I will say him declaring war, that sentence is out of context. He basically said that the conditions that Iran is having to deal with right now because of Israel, the US, and Europe, given sanctions, trade routes, things like that, they feel as if they are already at war. Um, but it is significant. I'm not going to downplay that. It is significant when a head of state uses the word war. Why? Because that's escalation language. It signals a lot of things. And no, guys, I'm not fear mongering. I'm not saying that they're going to go on the offensive. They're not built for that right now. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm actually more worried about is less about Iran and more about unpredictable Izzy and the unpredictable US getting involved in something we have no business fucking being involved in. That is where my worry's at. So yeah, right now the US media is definitely almost kind of justifying action when personally, since we heard about what the US took part in Iran back in June, I've been waiting for the other shoe to drop. You don't just attack someone and nothing ever comes of it. Plain and simple. It may not happen that week, that month, may not happen that year or the next. It doesn't mean nothing's ever going to happen. And so these are just things to watch out for, and I highly, highly recommend um, looking at international articles when you do look this up. Please, 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 Ryan, thank you for the shares. Guys, welcome in. Aquarius, what's up? Osiris, hi, John, hi, welcome in. Also, because this is my lunch break, things are a little different. So for the likes, we cannot partake right now with our friend Penelope. Um, but 5 o'clock, we'll be back to normal schedules. But dude, I really have to fuck with the camera settings on my webcam because shit, I look like hammered dog shit. Ugh, it's just gross. Anyways, but how's everybody doing? Is there anything else going on you guys want to talk about? Ryan, let me reply to you really quick. Let's go to ground news. Let's see what's going on. US Ukraine, a lot closer peace deal, Trump says after meeting with Zelensky. Also, I do want to say I've noticed a lot of American news articles misspelling Zelensky's name. Um, what? Like, you can't even get that right? That should tell us everything we need to know about mainstream media right now. Because in one sentence, it'll have the two Y's, which I believe is the correct spelling. Another article, it'll just have one. And it's articles on the left and the right and center. So I don't like it. Um, this is just, federal judge dismisses indictment against LA TikTok creator. Wait, why would they be indicting an LA TikTok creator who was pew-pewed by ICE? That doesn't make well, that's fucking America 2025, I guess. Um, anything else? Do you guys have anything you want to talk about in the chat? Please let me know. This is just a lunchtime chat while I'm clocked out really quick, probably about 30 minutes. And then I got to get back to the grind. But Ryan, I appreciate you saying I don't look like hammered dog shit. On here, no. On my webcam, yes. I don't know what the difference is, but we gotta find it. I look like greasy, hammered dog shit. But it's okay. I kind of wish yesterday I would have stayed on and kind kind of fucked with that. Chief Petty Officer. There's a chief from the Navy in here, guys. Oh, John, thank you. I appreciate it. But there was a chief petty officer in here. For those of you that don't know, I'm a veteran. I made DC1, wasn't paid for it, so I'm technically a DC2 for life. But he was like, "Oh, maybe I know things. That's why I'm a chief and you're not." And in my head, I was like, "No, I didn't just sign my fucking life away. I did my 6 years and got out." I'm not saying being a 6-year chief is impossible, but it's damn near. So for him to say that, and also, who the fuck puts your rank in your name? Because now, and we're not gonna disclose people, but I know exactly what command that person was at. I know their name now, and I actually have people that used to work with him. So, CG, thank you. I didn't. Wait, you didn't what? But yeah, no, I don't put your shit out there for people. Be as discreet as possible. Like, you guys know my first name. I don't think I've ever mentioned my last name to you guys. I have nothing to hide. You people probably know it by now, but it's just like, if you're gonna be an uneducated asshole who is active duty and participating in public discourse about political matters when it is your duty to remain apolitical, I didn't rank up. It's not my rank. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, is this the Navy Chief Petty Officer that was on here yesterday? Because now you're a captain. That's interesting. But anyways, we're just gonna scroll the news. But I will say, yeah, it does suck that when you're in the military, you can't give a political opinion. Um, but you can't give a political opinion. Reveal she didn't intend to rip up. The fuck is some of this shit is just fucking stupid. It's just dumb as fuck. If you guys didn't know, yesterday, Trump met with Zelensky, and today he's meeting with war criminal Netanyahu. Yeah. So after many phone calls with Putin. So yeah, that peace deal, having a 90% agreement on a peace deal, I need you guys to know that's not close to closing a peace deal. Because that last 10% is the land that's up for grabs, especially in Crimea, which Donald Trump says is up for grabs. No, that belongs to Ukraine. Plain and fucking simple. It's nuts. Go, thank you so much for the heart me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But how's everybody doing? I hope I get some followers in here today. We need 25 by 11:59 on December 31st to have our 30,000. Yes, it does reflect it. Yes, I'll still take it if we don't beat the goal. But 29,975. So if you're in this chat and you haven't hit follow yet, please do. Please do. It's free. You help a small creator out. And I'm not here to say, fuck the right, the left's perfect. I think all politicians are fucking corrupt at this point. I don't think there's a way to be in politics right now. Flash, thank you. And CG, thank you guys so much for the follow. We are now at 29,977. And hopefully TikTok will let us stay there. That's the number we reached yesterday, and then they took followers away. But I digress. Please don't put the D word in the chat. We respect guidelines here on TikTok. Always stay on TikTok. All hail TikTok. But thank you guys for the follow. I really do appreciate you all. But yeah, hit follow if you haven't already. It's free. All liberals need a lobotomy. So let me ask you this, Bubba. You say all liberals need a lobotomy. What about me saying that politicians on both sides are corrupt is a medical need for a lobotomy? Do you even know what a lobotomy is? Do you have any type of experience in medicine? Because I can show you my degrees where I do. So what about that is just such a crazy left lunatic thing to say, that our politicians are bought and fucking paid for and do not represent any of the American people? Any. You're not answering the question. You're kind of pivoting, Bubba. Dano, what's up? Welcome in. Still waiting, guys. Of course, Dano, or I'm not Dano, I'm so sorry. Bubba is probably trying to Google what a lobotomy is right now. You guys have seen my degrees. No need to share them again. But if it's requested, they're there. It's not hard to reach. So yeah, I don't know what's so crazy that would dictate medical need for a lobotomy for me saying that right now our politicians do not serve the people of the United States of America, and we need to find a legal, peaceful, and unifying way to rectify this. I don't think Bubba knows what lobotomy means. That's why he's not answering. He's Googling it right now. Turkey stands with Iran. So here is something about Iran. Russia also stands with Iran, which kind of puts the US in quite a predicament, and Canada as well, who we've discussed have openly said they're preparing for a near peer conflict, which does not mean war. It means they will simply be preparing if conflict does arise from an equal power. We're who they're referring to. So it's really interesting because ideally, if Iran and Russia did team up and said, fuck the US, we would need Canada and Mexico, by the way. We would need their allyship, which we do not currently have, to survive. Plain and fucking simple. But he's trying to align. I don't know if he sees Netanyahu as like Israel's Putin. And so he's trying to win both games, but it's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Our politics right now, it's insane. It's just like they're attacking Christians in Nigeria. Yet the residents of the regions that were attacked said they have had no knowledge or experience of any extremist activity in that entire fucking region. Just like Venezuela. There was, by the way, they have admitted to doing an on-land attack with Venezuela. Let me see if I can find that really quick. I'll just search it. Duh, Dana. Venezuela. Wait, where'd Bubba go? It is disgraceful. I agree. Because a lot of, when I made that post last night, a lot of people were like, Dana, are you saying that we should attack Iran? No, I'm saying we should mind our fucking business and stay out of that conflict because, yes, Tehran is not in, I hope I said that correctly. Apologies if I didn't. But Iran is not in a super stable place. But if you read Iran International, which the Iranian government highly contests, says it's a terrorist organization, yet that's what the people of Iran read, said that they see this as a test of survivability, meaning that they are likely to take more, and this is their words, not mine, they're likely to take more risks in 2025. Oh, Bubba says I should shut the fuck up and go away. Well, Bubba, what's a lobotomy? And maybe I will. You've been on here this fucking long that you couldn't even leave the chat to put what it is. You couldn't even find the fucking answer in all the time I just gave you. Look, just give it up for the day. Go fuck your cousin, Bubba, because that's obviously what you're doing. Jesus Christ. I obviously don't have a brain. Well, guys, we've seen it again. I'm going to start taking names down, I think. You know how like Parker has like the trust me bro thing? I'm going to start doing that for people that look absolutely fucking insane and just so uneducated on two platforms simultaneously. Like, congratulations. Bubba is sundowning worse than the fucking president right now. And there's nothing wrong with people with dementia. Again, I worked in healthcare. However, stay on task, Bubba. I literally told you how to find the answer. You just Google it. And here's the thing, Bubba. If I didn't have a brain, why would I need a lobotomy? Like you cannot make this shit up. And guys, thank you so much for the almost 5,000 likes. Um, let's try to get three more. Let's try to get three more follows. Push this page out really quick. We'll try to get three more follows so we have five. So we'll then have 29,980, and we only need 20 more. Again, guys, we are going live again tonight for our normal live where we participate in normal things, but it's during work hours. I'm on my lunch, so we have to be. I'm not trying to go down for time theft, so we do this as we're clocked out. Girl, you're confusing him. I know. I know. Is Tron's result of I'll have to look that up. What I'm referring to when I say Tehran was the attacks on their nuclear plant. Thank you so much, Becky, for the heart me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, if you do send a heart me, you don't have to, but if you see the people with the WTF by their name, the reason it's by their name, and this is on TikTok, it doesn't, I'm sorry, it doesn't reflect on YouTube, but it's because they're part of the friend group. They send me a WTF, and that makes me remember, hey, you've been here before. You're going to get a shout out. Obviously, we're going to engage in conversation as always, and I'm super grateful for you guys. But if you don't have heart me's, that's totally okay too. Hit that follow button real quick, real easy, takes literally 1 second, and you've helped a small creator out. Plain and simple. But yeah, what I was talking about was the attack in June to their nuclear plant, and their program still survives. I hope you guys know that. And I'm looking up the article right now in Iran International, um, because they said they saw this as a test. Uh, which, I mean, is kind of a very optimistic way to look at it. Becky, thank you so much for the roses. Ryan, thank you for the roses. I appreciate you guys. Jack, what's up? Welcome in. And again, I'm not saying that they are prepping to go on the offensive. They could never do that. But I think if they have to act defensively again, the outcome is going to be a lot different than the last time. And that's where the true danger lies. Uh, let's see. And of course, now I can't find it. Give me 1 second, guys. Because you know, guys, we source things. um, yeah. So Iran International reports that Tehran survived intense pressure and conflict in 2025, particularly after a June war with Israel, the 12-day war. That Iranian officials are viewing its ability to withstand attacks like missile tests and regional pressure as a successful test, even as the nation faces internal struggles like inflation, water issues, which you were talking about with HARP, um, and dissent while preparing for future risk with drills and increased defense readiness. That means they're the underdogs that are motivated. And if you know anything about sports, I'm just saying. They are also trying to do something that gets me a little bit nervous. And they want their warheads to be able to also, fuck, I'm trying to find the article. But of course, like it pops up different on your phone than on Google because your phone just goes ahead and um, translates. But give me 1 second. Not understanding power. Essentially, they are, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this, they are looking into arming their warheads with biological and chemical warfare. Plain and simple. And this isn't for an offensive attack, but if attacked, it's gonna be a different type of defense now. Um, I will find that art. I'll have that article for you guys later so you can check it out. I'm seeing like half of it, but it's a long article. Let me write it down. And I can say a little bit about chemical, biological, and radiological warfare because I was a DC with CBRD training in the Navy. So I did have a little to do with that. Iran warheads. But I'll find that article so you guys can look it up later. Fuck around and find out kind of thing. Absolutely. Frisbo, the thing is that I think a lot of people write off Iran. And again, I'm not saying that they're going to go on the offensive. It doesn't make sense for them to go on the offensive. The smartest thing for them to be would be to wait for us to attack because Trump is literally meeting with Netanyahu, and these issues are going to be talked about today, and they are going to be met in 2026 with a different response from last time. It's not going to be you can just attack us and get away with it. Jay says that's why he's meeting with Netanyahu right now. I assume so as well. It's not letting me show it for some reason, Jay. Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, no, absolutely. Meeting with a war criminal, how wonderful. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time this year. I just, what scared me about Iran's president using this terminology is he specifically grouped in the US and Europe with Israel, meaning anything that Israel does, we are going to be held accountable for it too. And oh, fuck, that is not good because they're unpredictable. They don't give a fuck. I'm not saying that World War III is near. Um, I mean, technically, if you look at the biblical sense, and I'm not religious, but I did grow up in a Baptist household. It says that World War III is going to be fought with sticks and stones. So I think there's something bigger coming before that World War III. You know what I mean? If that scripture does end up being true some way, somehow. Not saying it is, not saying it isn't, but Israel is the biggest danger to the world. The Israeli government, yes. We have to be words matter now more than ever, which is why you catch me trying to rephrase things. And Ryan, thank you so much. Let's see. Clemdog says, "Why are you scared? We have the most powerful military in the world." Well, we no longer have allies to the south of our border. Canada is now saying they are preparing for near peer conflict with their neighbors to the south, which is the US. We have placed strikes assisting Israel on strikes in Iran, where Russia also helps fund Iran's military. So if strength doesn't exist in isolation. It doesn't exist without allies. It just doesn't. They can deplete you, they can attack. They can do exactly what we're doing to them to us. They're dealing with droughts, they're dealing with sanctions, trade routes, tariffs. Their economy's fucked. They can do the same thing to us. Jolena, hello, welcome in. In China, yeah, exactly. It's not that it's not that we're alone without allies. It's I don't trust our fucking allies that this administration wants to align ourselves with. Yeah, Chinese right now apparently are ramping up war games, preparing for what's going on in Taiwan. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, two more, and then we're probably going to call it a day for this live, but we're coming back at 5. But I need 2 more followers. Let's get 5. One more. Thank you guys so much. Jolena, how you doing? Love the emojis. Thank you guys so much. Not at all. Well, no. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's not fight each other. And we got the 5th one. Thank you, Regina. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What part of CA are you in? If you don't mind sharing. I'm in San Diego. But here's the thing. They want us fighting about all of this loops in together. And the quickest explanation of it all is greed and corruption. Plain and simple. But we have to start accepting that we're not always the good guys. Most of the time, we're not the good guys. And I say that as a veteran. The Bay Area, love SD though. One of my best friends lives in the Bay Area. Well, she lives in Oakland. Went to school in San Francisco. She is a CRNA, so she's basically like an assistant to an anesthesiologist, but with a bit more power. I'm really underselling it. Her program was super hard. She makes a lot of money now, but she's up there. It's pretty nice. Attacking Venezuela won't save the US dollar. Absolutely won't. It's going to cost us. Wine country specifically. Ooh, you were a CB. Okay, I was a damage controlman. I was friends with a few CBs. CRNA is hard. She is fucking smart though. She's the type that like I wish I had. She and I are similar because once we meet a goal, it's not like, oh, let's celebrate in it. It's like, let's make the next one. Let's keep it going. But she does it more on an academic stance, whereas I'm doing it more with like content creation and documentaries and things like that. So same ambition. We love each other. We respect each other. But hers is definitely a lot harder than mine. Trillions wasted on fake wars. Absolutely. But guys, here's the thing about this chat. I don't want us to fight in this chat. That's not us infighting doesn't help what's going on outside of this chat. You know what I'm saying? Um, sorry. I just got a message I was looking forward to. But we have to realize that no politician right now, left or right, is going to fight for the American people. It's just not fucking happening. It's not fucking happening. And I hope they prove me wrong. I hope that proves to be a false statement in the future. But right now, I don't think it will be. Always been a civvy. Nothing wrong with civilians. Nothing wrong with civilians. Um, but we, the American people, have to start unifying. And when we fight within these chats, what the fuck does it get us? Yeah, it gets us some laughs. Like, yeah, we'll get trolls in here. But when there are people that who can agree on half the shit, stop fighting about it. If you can agree on half the things, I'm not saying agree on everything, but let's pinpoint what matters and focus on that. Deal? And I think we can all agree that right now we are we have an economy, a military, and an administration that is unstable. How are we owned by? I nothing to do with us and everything to do with politicians. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gogo. I appreciate that. Guys, we're gonna be on about 2 more minutes. I gotta clock back in. Um, but tonight we're coming back on at 5. If you missed any of this and you want to see what we talked about, you can check it over at YouTube. We are still doing the dual stream. It's actually been pretty cool. By the way, we are 2 followers away from YouTube from our 200 subscriber goal. We are now 20, I think, 20 followers away from our 30,000 goal on here. So liberals are clueless. They'll fight Trump even if it costs them money, power, and their lives. Hashtag losers. Well, actually, I literally just said that no politicians are fighting for the American people, and it's up to the American people to find unity instead of division. So, who's the hashtag loser now? Like, what the fuck? I'm called liberal because I want us to have civil discourse and not fight. But you see, this is how it starts. Hey, this is how it starts. Conservatives are criminals. Conservatives and Democrats are criminals when they serve in office. We've proven that. Pelosi, Schumer, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Trump. Yes, there could be more outright corruption on one side, but corruption exists on both. You guys are going in. You guys are going in. We got 1 more minute. Let's try to get to 13,000 before I get off. And then I'll see you guys. I'm not saying you have to be the polite left. That's the thing. I'm not saying you guys have to be the polite left. I'm not saying we always have to be the peacemakers. But I'm saying there are some things in these chats that we can agree on, that we can focus on. And I think that's what we need to focus on right now. Because right now we have the American media going around saying that, the president of Iran, it just declared war. No, he made a declaration that he felt that their economic issues, and the drought and the attacks, yes, it feels like they're in an all-out war, but it's not an insignificant statement. When a head of state uses that terminology, it triggers a lot of things, um, and it just means that the situation just got silently more dangerous. Liberals have no common sense. Bye. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, we reached 13,000. It is 12:30. Thank you guys so much. We met our goals. This was literally 30 minutes. We're going to come back for an hour tonight. Cannot wait to see you guys later. And I'll see you tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and of course, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys. All right, YouTube, that's it for us for now. We're going to be back at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time because I am coming at you from San Diego. Might be a minute or two after because we have to start the TikTok first so we get the box, but I'll see you guys then.